Hello and welcome to Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. My name is Mara. Today I'm going to be unraveling the New York Times games, WORDLE, STRANDS, and Connections for Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't already done your New York Times games for today, please make sure to pause this video and do that, and then come back and watch and compare and see how we did. Of course, you are always welcome to follow along with me and pick up maybe some tips and tricks and strategies along the way as to how I solve my New York Times games. So without further ado, let me bring up my wheel of Wordle start words and we will select our starting word for today. Okay, let me just make sure you're seeing it in full screen. Okay, I'm going to shuffle these up, make it full screen, and here we go. Audio. Okay. Audio. Let me remove that. Okay. I'm going to pause my video and bring up my phone, and then we will get to solving Wordle. Okay. I have my phone pulled up. Let me open up my New York Times Games app. Go down to Wordle. Guess your way to the correct word. Tuesday, July 8th. Go ahead. Add another day to your 316-day streak. And we have audio. Ooh, okay. So the A and the D in the incorrect spot. Let me just kind of A and D. Okay. So maybe I want to start with a word that starts with D. What about, like, they won't do plurals. I was going to say deals, but they don't really do plurals that end in an S. So that wouldn't be wise to do. Let me see if I can think of another word. What about D, E, A? Well, I could do dealt, like you were dealt a hand in cards or something. Let me try that because that's not a plural. Okay. Try. Ooh, okay. Well, we got the E and an E, and that's in the wrong spot. So what if it's a D R, and then E A, DREAM, dream. Let me give dream a try. Ooh, oh, hold on. Then what could it be? DREA. Maybe dread. Is there anything else? Drear. Is drear a word? Duplicate an R or the D. Dreeg. Dreen. Dreeb. I'm going to try dread, and then if it's not it, then maybe is dreep or drear a word? Let's give it a try. Okay, dread. So we got it in 4. That's my average. I have played 654 games. My current and max streak are 317. All right, well, dread. Okay, I would dread losing my 300 plus day streak. Okay. All right, let's go down to Strands, find hidden words, and uncover the day's theme for July 8th, 2025. So extra, so extra. Okay, extra what? Are we talking about like condiments that are extra, like dressing? Or extras, like you get an extra. I'm seeing the word parts here, like extra, like you get extra parts. Okay. And then in the lower and the left, to the left of that, maybe extra hands. All right. So what are things that you get extra? Like, maybe, or maybe things you need, like extra, maybe extra ears. You try that. Oh no, that's not a word. Okay. I'm also seeing extra keys. Okay. So things that you have extra, like extra money. No, mo, extra hands, extra parts. Okay, maybe I'm seeing spares, like maybe this is our spanagram. Spare key, spare hand. Do you have any spare hands? You have spare parts? Okay, I think that's our spanagram. Let me try it. There we go. All right. So down here, I'm seeing moment. Okay. Extra room. No. Oh wait. Okay, let's try this. Extra time. Okay. Extra. Oh, here we go. Bedroom. Extra bedroom. All right. A spare bedroom. I have to think about it like spare bedroom, spare tires. Okay. And I think this one would be spare change. Any spare change? That's what I used to ask my dad all the time. Dad, do you have any spare change? And then he would make me work for it by putting the quarter in his hand or the money in his hand. And I had to pick which hand. He would do his little magical thing. Oh, I miss that. All right. So anyway, I got 3 words, then I got the spanagram, then I got the remaining 5 words. There were a lot of extras. Okay. How did you do on those? All right, let's go up to connections. Group words that share a common thread. Tuesday, July 8th. Go ahead, add another day to your 40-day streak. July 8th, 2025. I hope I can keep my streak. All right, let's look at our 16 connections words for today. Fling, key, carpenter, bench, pin, candy, major, thing, mirror, legend, affair, code, scale, password, locker, and relations. Okay. There's like relations and affair. A fling, an affair, relations. Fling, an affair, relations, and I'm not sure. A key, carpenter, bench, pin, candy, major. A thing, maybe a thing. Okay. Let me think about that. I'm going to write these down. This could be like the yellow or the green category. Fling, thing, affair, and I'm going to abbreviate relations. All right. Let me deselect this for now. When I had that highlighted, I was also seeing like key, a pin, a code, and a password. And these could be like for you, you know, how you get into things, like you use a key, you enter a pin or a code or a password. Then there's also like key and legend, like on a map or whatever. You've got the map key or the map legend, the map scale, like a scale to see how, like the scale, it's to the map is to scale. So these could be like map related things. All right, so I'm not feeling super confident there. Let me go ahead, and this is where my screenshot will come in. I'm going to go ahead and do a screenshot. I've got my phone connected to the charger because I forgot to charge it last night. Okay. All right, let me pull up that. Okay. So, yeah, we've got green. Let me go ahead and just keep the green. Okay. There's also like a mirror and a scale. So those might be like in a bathroom or something. A mirror, a scale, like you weigh yourself. Like a bench and a locker. So these would be things like in a locker room, a scale, a mirror, a bench that you sit on, and a locker to put your stuff in. Okay, let's see about what the other. Then I had mentioned, let me change colors to, we'll just do yellow. Okay, fling, affair, a thing, and relations. Then that leaves, let me change to blue. Okay, but I'm not sure what the purple would be, but let's see. We've got carpenter, candy, legend, and major. These sound like last names to me, so let me think. Candy, like John Candy, John Candy, John Carpenter. John Carpenter. Is he like a director or something? John Major. I think that's one. John Legend. John Legend, is that his name? I know there's somebody with a singer or whatever with the last name Legend. Is it John? John Legend? I don't know. This sounds kind of right. I'm not super confident though. Key pin password code. That is probably yellow, or no, I don't even know. Or the fling thing, affair, relations. Then we have locker, mirror. Okay, I might need to write this down. Okay, I've already got fling thing, affair, relations. Then I've got highlighted key, code, pin, and password. I'm going to abbreviate that. Okay. And then carpenter, candy, major, legend, And then lock bench. Mirror. Scale. Locker. All right. Okay, I'm going to delete my screenshot. I'm going to go ahead and just leave this one highlighted and submit that with the hopes. If this is right, then maybe my other ones are, or at least I can try for the other ones. And then if it's not right, then I'm going to have to follow the, like maybe a key, a scale, a legend, and try to figure out something else about maps maybe. Let's give it a try. Okay. Ooh, it's the blue category. Something entered for access, a code, a key, a password, a PIN. Perfect. All right, let's try. I did have fling, thing, affair, and relations. Okay, I'm going to give it a try. What else could it be? Fling, thing, affair, major. Okay, let's just try it. Okay, all right, it is yellow. Affair, it's a liaison, Okay, wow, I'm surprised they did something like that. Okay, and then there was, maybe let's go with the Johns, like the idea of John Legend. I feel more confident about John Legend, John Candy for sure, John Carpenter. He was like a director or what's another one? Producer or something maybe. And John Major. Or let's give it a try, hoping that's purple. Okay, it is John's. Okay, good. And then the last one, I think these are things in a locker room. This would be the green category. All right, seen in a locker room. Perfect. I've completed 313 games. I have a current streak of 41 and my max streak of 251. Awesome. Okay, let me remove this. Ooh, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to wrap things up quickly because I have a lot going on, but I would like to ask you if you could to either leave a comment below. If you're not already, can you subscribe and turn on that notification bell and check out that video that YouTube is suggesting right there. Don't forget to put a little play in your day. Take care and be kind.